Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we are going to take a wooden little sign that looks like a stocking that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99 and it was 40% off. So we're going to take one of those and we're just going to jazz it up. We are going to put some of this paper on it and we're going to make a really pretty funky bow for it. And we're gonna accent the funky bow with some pip berries. And what you can do with this stocking, the ideas are limitless. You can do it to match your decor style, whatever, however you like to decorate, you could do it to match your decor. But what you could do once it's made is you could, it comes with one of these. It was tied on there. This is the stocking. It was right here, it was tied on there. I just cut it off. I have more if I choose that I want to hang it later. I can hang it. So I have more of that I can use. But what I'm probably going to do is not hang it. I'm probably going to put it somewhere in my decor throughout my house. I'm not really sure. Once it's done and I put it different places, who knows where it'll go. But you could, just kind of prop it up in your Christmas tree as an accent piece. Again, you can hang it on your door. You could just really put it anywhere that you like. And you could doll it up 100 different ways, whatever suits your fancy. But today we're gonna take this and we're gonna Mod Podge some of this paper. Now this paper was $4 for $1 at Hobby Lobby. And I picked up 4 sheets because as you can see, no matter how I go to put this paper on, no matter which way I turn it, it's not gonna fit. So honestly, up at the top, my bow is gonna be covering it somewhere. I'm probably gonna put my bow in this general area just to cover this up. But I can work with it, if I have to cut just a little piece from here up, and I can play with it however to get it to look right. But we're gonna do this together. I haven't made one of these before. I have absolutely no idea how it's gonna turn out. If it turns out bad, you'll never see this video because I will delete it. If it turns out good, which in my head, it's absolutely killer. It's gonna look so good. So I hope I don't let myself down and I hope I don't let you guys down. Because I think once you see it, that you will really like it and you'll and it's, in my head, it's so easy to do. And it turns out so pretty that and you could do anything. You could, I seen a big snowflake that they had and I thought that would be really, really pretty. But I just opted for this because I thought for this tutorial, this one would be a lot easier to do. So without further ado, we're gonna get started and I'm gonna point you guys down so you can see and let's get going. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this paper and I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna try to get the majority of the body of the stocking on here. Goodness, I got this lying through my table. Let me back you guys up a little bit so I can slide it up here. Okay. Now, like I said, you can see that pretty much the top part of the stocking's hanging off. And I'm gonna try to get as much on here as I can. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm just gonna trace around because you're not gonna see this anyways. So I'm just gonna trace as much as I can on this stocking. Okay. Can you see how I got this? Now I'm just gonna cut around this. All right. Sorry, I'm holding it up closer to me. I apologize, I didn't even realize that. And like I said, in my head, this is like so cute. So I'm really hoping this turns out super cute. And whenever I flip this over, I'm going to see how much it actually covers. And I may not even cut any. Or actually, if I need to cut some, I may just cut from the waist that I have from this one. Okay, see how we've got this cut out? Oh geez. Well, I don't guess it matters. This is the thing about doing this. See, this is the side that I want to cover. See how I cut it out? Clearly, that is not right. And see, when I do it this way, oh geez. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna trace around this stocking here. And I realize some of my stocking is hanging off. That's okay, because the bow is gonna cover up a lot of it. And then I have extra that I can piece together if I need to. Okay. So we've got pretty much the majority of the outline on here. So we're gonna cut this. Okay. And you don't have to worry about, like, I traced this with a blue ink pen. It's perfectly fine. It's, you know, you're gonna be putting it down on the stocking anyway, so nobody's ever gonna see it. They're not gonna know. And I've got a little bit of excess around the shape where I've cut it, and that's perfectly fine because I have an idea in my head to kind of rough it up just a little bit anyways, and that'll help kind of roughen the edges a little bit and get rid of that excess, because it won't be much. I mean I may have just a tiny overhang, if at all. I may not even have any at all. I'm really unsure until I get it on there. Okay, so can you see how I have just a little bit of where I didn't have enough here? Okay. And that's okay, because like I said, when I make my bow, and I have the funky bow that I made the other day when I made it, and I wanted to put it on that tobacco basket and that little green garland wreath that I had. I have it made. I'm gonna go get that and just make sure that it's gonna cover up enough of it. So hang on one second. Okay, so this wreath is actually bigger than the one we're going to use, but can you see how that's going to cover that up? So the one we're going to make today is not going to be quite that big. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm okay as far as not having anything here. I truly do. So I guess I could paint it. I don't have any black paint, but if for some reason you only had one sheet of this, okay, your options could be, you could paint it black. If you wanted to, you could paint it red. I personally think black might be better, but you could paint it red or black. We're gonna have a bow, so you could make a bow. If you needed to make the bow large enough to cover all of that, that is perfectly fine. I think we're gonna be okay, but you know, excuse me, I have some scrap pieces here. I could easily try to get this to line up. You know, you could put it here and try to cover it up some. Whatever you needed to do to get it to work, you could do. So, you know, that's what you could do. I think if I trace around this and then I go cut that off, I think it's gonna cover it. It's kind of hard to tell when you got stuff flipped upside down, but for the most part I think it's gonna take care of that. And you know, I have these excess pieces, why not try to use them up? So let's see how we did. You could just pop that like that. Now the only thing is, you know, just kind of want to adjust it so that your colors are lined up right. But you know, and then I've got a little bit of overhang here, which is, you know, perfectly fine. Trim that up, it's no big deal. Okay, so what we're gonna do, since we're gonna do it this way, because like I said, our bow's gonna cover the majority of it up anyways. This is just to help with that extra. So see, if you put them together, I mean, it's close enough. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna start with this piece here, and I'm gonna put some Mod Podge right here. And I'm not going to be ridiculous with the Mod Podge, but I am going to put enough to where it'll help hold this. Okay. I don't want to put it on and then continually take it right back off, but I just want to make sure that we've got a good enough base for it that it sticks. So we're just going to come in here, we're going to lay it down just like that. We're going to press it, okay? Oops. See the beginnings of it? Oops. Set my finger on it, Mod Podge. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna get this over here and just kind of get this ready to go. Okay. Now, whenever I put the Mod Podge on this piece, I'm going to kind of overlap what we just put, because I know the Mod Podge has got to, I know the stocking piece is going to overlap it some. So I want to make sure that I get it on there and it's not peeling up or anything. I think this, guys, is gonna be so stinking cute. I cannot wait to see the final product. And I don't want it so gloppy, you know. I just want to make sure that I got enough. Okay. So we're going to take this, and remember, we've got to make sure that our lines you gotta play with it for just a little bit. And if you have to take it back off and rework it, that's fine. I know this right here went on. And then you can, you know, slide it around to get it. I have a little bit of a wrinkle in that one little spot, but it's perfectly fine. And I know you can probably see this right here. Okay, it's okay. The hole is right here. I'm gonna sit you guys up just a little bit. Okay, see this right here? But I was trying to get to line it all up right. See, it's, or here's the ending of it. So I was trying to get everything lined up, and it's okay, because I'm gonna have the bow, so it's gonna be beautiful still. But that's the one thing about making your own little crafts. Sometimes they're not 100% perfect, but most people will never know. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of Mod Podge back right here from where I filled that up to show you guys. Okay, now I'm going to take some more Mod Podge because this will dry clear, and I'm going to rub it on here, okay? Because I want it to be sealed down, and I want this to be super cute. I got a little wrinkle there, perfectly fine. You just work it out, and that's the thing about making crafts. It's it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. It just needs to be 100% you. Okay. And if it's 100% you, then guess what? It technically is 100% perfect. Anybody can do anything. That's one thing I'm learning. Even sometimes when I do stuff and I think, man, I seen so-and-so do something and it looks so pretty, and I tried to recreate it, and it may not have looked like theirs, or it may not have looked as good as theirs, but it was mine. And the more I continue to do it, the better I get at it. A lot of the time, not all the time. Sometimes I can continue to do things and it looks like, but trying to get these blobs of this off. I'm just kind of working down in a downward motion, and Mod Podge dries clear. Okay. Looks like I got a little bit of a bubble right there. Perfectly fine. Out. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is, while this dries, I'm gonna go start making our bow. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. It's wet. It's gotta dry, but okay. All right. So I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm going to go wash my hands. So I've got this glue, some Mod Podge all over me. So I'm gonna go wash my hands, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna make our funky bow to go on top of this. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So we're gonna make a funky bow. Now I went ahead and measure all my ribbon before I started, and I cut it 20 inches long, and I went ahead and dovetailed everything except this one piece that I'm going to show you how to dovetail. Okay, so what you do to dovetail it, you take your ribbon, fold it over in half so that it looks like this. Okay? And then I just take my scissors, and where your ends are folded, oops, right here where your ends are folded, I just cut up on a diagonal. And that's what you get. That's what you end up with right there. Fold them over. Cut up on a diagonal. Okay? So, I have here I think what I'm gonna do is I've got my ribbon laid out. I've got this right here, this little ruler, and I'm gonna take one piece of my ribbon and I'm gonna fold it over in half, just like this. And then I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go down to 5 inches. So that's about right here. And I'm gonna pinch it together. I'm gonna pull my loop out. That hot gun's plugged up, hot glue gun. So I'm gonna fold it together. I'm gonna go to this back tail, and I'm gonna turn it around. Okay? I'm gonna continue through this pattern one time. Please be careful, that hot glue gun's plugged up. Okay. Turn that back tail around. Okay. Yes. So that's what we've got going on so far. This ribbon here keeps, I'll flip over. All right, so now we've been through the pattern one time. So on the next go round, what we're gonna do is we're gonna point our loops down in the opposite direction. So instead of the loops being up, we're gonna put the loops down. We're gonna pinch it in the middle, fluff it out still. We're gonna go to our back tail, and we're still gonna flip it around, but see, this time our loop's pointing down. Yeah. So see how it's coming together? Okay. So now we just went through the pattern the second time. So when we start on the pattern this time, we're going to point our loops back up like this. Loop's so small, my finger keeps popping out of it. Okay. Thank you, sis.
Have you already made that loop?
Yeah. And then down the other day. Okay. So it's all done now. So you can take your pipe cleaner, and where your thumb is, just gonna lay it down and let your thumb hold that. And you just flip it around on both sides. And you tie it with your pipe cleaner as tight as you can get it. And it looks like this, and that looks like a jumbled mess, I know. But what you do is, now you start fluffing your bow. And you just grab all of your loops. Anytime you find a loop, you grab it and you pull it. And you can manipulate them to go. No, in just a minute. You can manipulate it to go pretty much wherever you want it to go. You can pull your tails around. You can wind them through however you like to do it. Okay. And it still may not look like much of nothing. See, you just keep playing with it, keep wiggling it, twisting your tails around. However, you know, if one tail looks like it's twisted, or if it's going in a direction that you want it to go in a different direction, or if you see that you've got two tails beside of each other and you're like, well, I want a different tail right there. If you feel like your tails are too long, you can trim them up. Whatever you want to do. It's, you know, however you want to make it look. Okay. So, doesn't have to be long. And what you're gonna do is you just flip it over till it's not long at all. And if it ends up being too short, cut another piece, save this for another project. You fold it in half. You got your pipe cleaner right here. So you know where your half is. Lay it down. Tie it. Okay? And then you've got two little tails to hang down, and of course I'll dovetail these. See where I laid it down, how it kind of got smushed? It's perfectly fine. Just get right back in there. And you play with it. Okay. So it's kind of flat looking right there. That's fine. You just, you know, it's whoops. Apparently that was not tight enough. Okay. That is the key I have learned to these funky bows, is fluffing, fluffing, fluffing. The more you fluff it and spread it apart and move your tails around, and I know I probably sound like a broken record, but it is so true. The more you do it, honestly, the better it will look. This is still tacky. It's not quite dry. So I'm gonna go over there. I have a blow dryer right over here. I'm gonna go over there and just hit it with the Cool Shot. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ran over it with the Cool Shot for just a little bit. This down here at the bottom, which was the last part that I did, it's still a tiny bit tacky, but up here at the top, it's actually not tacky at all. So what I'm gonna do is, actually I think where this hole was, I just took my ink pen and I stuck it through the back of this hole right there. I mean, barely. And all I'm gonna do, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do about that hole being there, but I'm just gonna feed one end of this pipe cleaner through. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. As soon as I'm done with this, okay? Okay. Now that I've got something for my funky bow to be on, I can manipulate it, my ribbon or my bow, a little bit better. Okay, and I've got two tails right here. Can you see the two tails? It's a little bit, oops, it's a little bit, my bow, a bit flimsy, I feel like. Okay, so that's cute, I think, and I could stop there, but why stop if you don't have to? What could we do to make it just a little bit cuter, just a little bit more something, just something? Well, I've got these pit berries, and in this particular ribbon here, there's some pit berries, or maybe not necessarily a pit berry, but a red berry.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, here, hold this 1 second. You can tell them about that in a minute. I'm gonna take this, and I'm going to
Cut the tag.
pull me some of these off. Hmm?
And then this will come off and go on there.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Now,
See, I've got these, and I've got my hot glue gun.
do not let a kid touch a hot glue gun.
And I'm just gonna put some hot glue right here. Needs to be. Probably. And who knows, these, when I hold it up and look at it, I may be like, I don't know about that. I think it needs maybe some more. I don't know. It feels kind of... I guess because when I'm taking them off, I'm doing about 30 and they're not. Just gonna go ahead. I know this may seem a little like a boring part, but I'm just going to get these off of here. Putting quite a bit of hot glue on here, but I really want them to stay. I really, really do. It's my last four. Just gonna Alright, that's all I'm going to put in there. I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to show you guys what the finished product looks like.
It looks really cute.
I think it's cute. I've got to figure out something about this ribbon. Just right here, it feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of wobbly and unstable, and I've got it really, I think I may try to see if I can run the pipe cleaners back here. I am going to trim it off some so it's not back there, but I am going to try to loop it back through, and maybe get it a little bit tighter. But you guys, is that not adorable? I think it's adorable. And like I said, if you got a Christmas tree, if you could just, you know, just kind of pop it up in your Christmas tree, or just, I don't know,
Hang it on a wall.
you could tie this back through, you could work it back through there, you could hang it on a door. I don't know, you guys, but I'm loving it. This is kind of the idea that I had in my head. I think it's super, super, super cute. Didn't take us long to do it. I know we've been on here about an hour or so, but I think it looks good. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and I will catch you in the next one. Oh, also, McKinley, she made a craft for my grandma. Well, she made it in honor of my grandma. My grandma had breast cancer. She is a breast cancer survivor, and being that this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, she made a really pretty pumpkin, and she wants to show you guys what she made. Now, we kind of took this idea from my mom. My mom is making my grandmother one, which is her mom. my mom's is more white with some pink. McKinley's we painted pink. We painted white, and then we did a pink overlay, and then we just took all sorts of pink ribbon and made her one of these. I think it is absolutely precious, and she's got it on her little nightstand in her bedroom. So, McKinley, do you want to say anything? No, you like your pumpkin? Yeah. So, but this is in honor of everybody who has fought, fighting, breast cancer, any type of cancer really. We are praying for you guys, and we pray that the Lord lets there be a cure for that. I hate anyone who is battling that or has battled that. Just know that our family is praying for you guys. And we love all of you, and we hope you all have a good day. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.